Good morning to you all. I welcome you all to Monday Days once again. I'm Pastor Emmanuel Adejah, and I'm happy to have you. All right, so today we'll start a fresh series which I tied to a trip to the past. A trip to the past. I'll be taking a scriptural reading from 1 Samuel 17, verse 20, considering the story of David and Goliath. So we'll be taking verse 20, which says, I will read the King James translation, which says, And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper, and took and went as Jesse had commanded him, and he came to the trench, as the host was going forth to the fight, and shouted for the battle. The next verse, For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army. And David left his carriage in the hand of the keeper of the carriage, and ran into the army and came and saluted his brethren. Now, what I want to bring out from this passage this morning is that now there's such a thing as a trip to the past, that is a flashback to the past. You know, we are used to believe that let the past be the past, forget about the past and all of that. But how be it? What we say you should forget about the past is past ugly situations in the past, negative situations in the past that bring to you bad happenings, bad occurrences that has actually bring about delay and whatever evil stuff, whatever bad stuff in your life right now. That is exactly what we are saying, that you should not remember. You understand that you should not remember. Let the past not weigh you down. But how be it, there are certain occurrences that are key in our life. Though they are in the past, there are a lot we need to learn from it. So actually, in taking a trip to the past is not really a bad idea. Not really a bad idea. Now take for instance, as regarding this story we just read now, David and Goliath. The Bible says in verse 20 that before Jesse sent his son, which is David, to his brothers. And do you know what he did? He actually left, because David, prior to that time, David was keeping the few sheep that was given to him by his father. And now he was to go on an errand. The father gave him the sheep to nurture and take care of. Howbeit, the father gave him another message. I believe he can just leave your message. After all, it's my father that said I should keep this sheep now. Okay, he gave me another assignment. You have just dumped and just leave and desert the sheep, and go the second way which the father has sent him. But howbeit, he has so much wisdom inside of him that he did not just leave the few sheep, even though it was the father that sent him on an errand. He actually left the few sheep in the hand of a keeper. He didn't say because the sheep are few, I'll just leave them to their own. No. He actually left the few sheep in the hand of a keeper. That's to tell you that David was a responsible fellow. Though he was young, but howbeit he was a responsible fellow. That is what we saw. In verse 22, again, why he came to the company of the Israel, what they call it now, the company of the Philistines, where he was sent message by his father. He still left his carriage in the hand of a keeper. So this is not just the first thing. The first sheep he left in the hand of a keeper wasn't coincidence. You understand now? So this is the habit he has kept up. This is the culture he has developed. This is an attitude he has developed over time. Now, a trip to the past will remind you or reorient you or make you relent some certain steps or some certain act of responsibility. If you remember the past, you can learn a lot from that. If I've been consistent in the past, then I can be consistent now, or I can keep at it. If I was responsible before, that means it's possible I can be responsible now. In verse 20, the Bible says concerning David that he was responsible enough to keep the few sheep in the hand of a keeper. Now he came a certain point in verse 22 again that he was faced with a certain situation that he need to respond to. But howbeit, he did not just leave his carriage anyhow. He left it in the hand of another keeper. That shows how consistent David was in the act of responsibility. A trip to the past can make you responsible or can make you develop a greater level of responsibility, and you take it on. Thank you very much, and God bless you.